Alvord, you're aware that the people that follow this show every week love books, and the one thing that you've done that I absolutely love is the fact that you have written a book about the journey that you have been blessed to undertake in life. Somebody has said that there's a book in each one of us, but not all of us have the discipline and the courage to sit down and write. You have sat down and written a book, and the book is called Alvord Mabena, The Man and His Roots. I'm sure you've got a copy there.
Yeah, this is it.
Right, lift it up a bit more, a bit more. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. I wish each one of us, particularly our business leaders and politicians, would have the discipline that you have. So here's the question, Alvord. Why did you write that book?
Yeah, it's simple. Again, as I say, I always project the future. I say to myself, 50 years down the road, what will be, my next generation know about my life, my generation, my parents, my grandparents? Zero. Because, Trevor, I was born in Fort Rickson, Emakandeni as it was, grew up in Belingwe, and lived a life in town in Bulawayo, and studied in the UK. My grandchild was born in the UK. 50 years down the line, how will those people put things together? How will they connect? Because when I was trying to know from my parents about my history, I used to say, how did my grandfather look like? How did my great-grandfather look like? Where did they come from? They knew nothing about it. They knew nothing about it. So I decided that I have to document something while I'm still alive. As much as I can get, at least leave it behind so that my grandchildren will take it up from there. Will have to trace that once upon a time they existed, our grandparents, and these are their pictures. You know, Trevor, in the African culture some time back, if an old person died, whether it's your father or mother, the practice was to remove all the pictures, the photographs from the walls and destroy them.
Throw them together in the as you bury them.
Yes, it was taboo to leave them there. So I felt very bad that I didn't have a picture of my father, let alone of my grandfather, because they were all destroyed. So I said I must recreate that history, that legacy, that connection. So I said I think I need to document something. So I engaged a renowned historian, and we started on this journey of writing this book, where we traveled the entire Matabeleland to wherever there was an old person that existed, to interview them. Then we went as far as South Africa as well. We went through all the libraries, went through all the internet, and we researched all the literature in South Africa to try and connect. And we produced a family tree that traces us back, I think, to about 1400s.
Wow. Wow.
Then only then did we establish how we connect with the Mabenas in South Africa.
Wow.
Because there's all that line there. And not only my Mabena side, but for my wife's side as well. It's a huge family tree. So that wherever you meet a Mabena or Dlamini, anywhere in the country, you ask a few questions, you can locate them in that family tree.
Wow.
So we wrote quite a lot of chapters from these interviews that we're making. But if I go through these pictures now, about 90% of the old people that we interviewed then are dead now. And it occurs to me now that if we had missed the chance, they would have gone with all that information.
Oh, wow.
You see, which is sad. But at least now I've got them, their pictures as well, all their history. Yes, their story.
Tell me, Alvord, so where do we get that book? Is it available on Amazon, in the shops? Where do we get it?
Yeah, two things. I still have got some copies, but you can also get them on Amazon, Trevor. It's available. It's going for $10 US a copy. But if you want a copy as well, I can make a couple of them available to you.
Absolutely.
But one thing that interested me, Trevor, during this exercise is when we were interviewing our oldest people that were still alive, trying to scoop from them how much of history
download as it were.
Yes, to download, literally.
Yes.
Only to discover that they are so shallow because they were born only yesterday. My father was born 1912. Most of them were born in the late 1990s, 1919 or in the 20s. But what I needed was going way back during the life of our grandparents and great-grandparents. And they knew nothing about it.
Wow.
So we're to rely now on libraries and researching from internet, and archives, etc. So it occurred to me that we are so ignorant about ourselves, and yet we are such a big nation.
Wow.
And so that it's important that we document these things, because our future generation won't have any legacy, won't have any connection with their rich past if we don't leave anything behind for them. So I'm satisfied that I've got something that they can latch on.
Absolutely.